Let's take a peek into a math collaboration led by Denise Finney with the second grade team at Rosebank Elementary. The focus is success criteria for the upcoming unit.
So the first thing we want to do is identify what standards are taught in that chapter. So these are the standards that we want to look for. So you're going to read from the framework and you'll read from the flip book. And then we'll just spend some quiet time just reading those standards. So as you're reading, just think about what you're getting clarity, what is being validated, what is an aha or something new that's sticking out to you.
The big thing is recognizing number patterns.
Okay, can you tell me more about that?
Well, seeing patterns within numbers and recognizing 5s and 10s.
I'm noticing that even though students count, they don't internalize and understand that whole idea of sequence. It's always going to be 5, 10, 15, 20, no matter what the hundreds is.
That kind of goes with the recognizing.
The whole idea of patterning.
Recognizing patterns. What standard was that you're talking about?
That was NB2, NBT2. But with counting by tens, we can start anywhere within the hundreds charts.
7, right.
And just understanding that that one's place stays the same.
I think that's NBT 1 with the bundling. In other words, I can write like the number 67 as 6 tens and 7 ones, or 5 tens and 17 ones. If you don't understand place value and where digits lie in a number, you don't know how to go up or down one.
These are the standards for the end of the year. So in chapter 2, what part of these standards is covered in? So do you want to take a look at your TE chapter 2?
Pretty much all of those.
Tia, can you read the essential question off of the pacing guide?
Sure.
For chapter 2. Does that kind of encompass everything that you kind of just read over there?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so let's write down the success criteria then. So by the end of this chapter, what is it that students need to be able to do?
Recognize patterns.
And what specific patterns are we talking
Counting
about?
patterns of 2, 5s, and 10s.
Is it in this chapter that you're going to be working on plus or minus 10 or
It's
100?
tens, it's tens or hundreds. The past chapter was 5s and 10s.
5s and 10s.
Okay.
So
And
this one is, it's how do you use place value to find 10 more, 10 less, 100 more, 100 less, but flexible patterns, like not 10, 20, 30, 40, but
Right, like
Right.
17, 27,
correct,
37.
correct.
Right. I wonder what if it looked like this a little bit? Apply counting patterns using tens, and then this could be using hundreds, and then it's counting up or down. Like, so these are like little bullets.
I think they also have to be able to model with blocks or quick pick or base 10 blocks, 3-digit numbers. Because
There's difference in terms of just dealing with the 57 versus really manipulating the 10s and 1s to be able to show the equivalent representation in a different form of hundreds, 10s, and 1s.
Can I add, when I see that one, it makes me think of mathematical practice number 3, where they have to model. And mathematical practice 4 is that when they're using tools?
4 and 5.
4 and 5.
Uh-huh.
Could that tie in as well for mathematical
Yeah,
practices?
the definitely the modeling part here would. Okay, so
So
Alex,
model
you
and
said compare based on the meaning of,
Hundreds, 10s, and 1s digits.
and then Rachel, what you're saying is the how. So this is really about that place value, and students really
Correct.
understand the value of the digit.
correct.
Yep, specific
digits.
digits.
Specifically the digit and where it is in the number.
Right. For that MBT, that 2
1A
MBT,
or-
1A and 1B, that equivalent representation, right now, the only part of it is being able to build that number.
Correct.
So that's all we're gonna do for this chapter.
Well, that's the thing. The assessments don't correlate
Right,
with
then
that.
we'll modify the assessment to
Okay.
match the success criteria. You just kind of go through and number these, the success criteria, and then just go through the assessment and look and see, and just kind of number what criteria it is is being assessed. And then I can send you the Word document and you can make changes.
Oh, good.
So again, like I said, the purpose of creating and reading the standards and creating the success criteria is really around teacher clarity, to help us streamline the instruction in chapter 2, because you're gonna find things in that chapter that may not be even related to this, and that gives you permission to skip those parts of the
Which we
lesson.
do.
Yeah, so that then we can stay really focused on what it is that students need to be able to do by the end. You might have on your math wall and say, boys and girls, in this next chapter, we're gonna be working on how we can use place value to model, write, and compare 3-digit numbers. We're gonna be working on it for the next 3 weeks. By the end of the, 3rd week, you will be able to da-da-da-da-da-da-da. It doesn't really have to be posted, nobody's saying it has to be posted, it's just, some people like to have it posted.